Hey guys, what's up? It's City Mania. So, I'm here to do a review for the extended edition of I Saved Your Life. Now, I am doing this review in request of the man himself, Dan Schneider, Dan Warp on Twitter. So, this episode was awesome. It was an extended edition of I Saved Your Life, which premiered a few weeks ago. And as you all know, that one got the biggest ratings ever. It was huge. So, in this episode, there was at least 7 minutes of deleted scenes that was cut out of the original. And because Dan went and talked to the writers and thank you for doing this, Dan, thank you so much for doing this, he actually got those 7 minutes put back in and they aired the original. And that was pretty awesome. So I'm basically going to talk about those 7 minutes that were cut out. So, the first scene, they're doing the web show, and they're having their little fun. And the cutout scenes that were in there were the two guys who came on the screen, and they were doing the dares. They were taking basically requests from the fans about the dares they could do, and the guy told Carly to dress up in a bunny suit and go out in public and brush people's teeth. So Carly accepted that dare, and Carly was kind of like, I'm not gonna do that, but Sam said okay. So it's like, that's all, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. So it's kind of like Carly's just had to do it. So, but anyways. Basically, that was a funny one, and I have to let me just say that this episode made me laugh a lot. It was definitely better than the original, than the first one. This one was actually the original to me. That's what I think about it. It's the original. It's no editing or anything. It's awesome. So kudos to that. Kudos to that, man. That was just plain awesome. So we get to Carly's coming downstairs, and Spencer just shoots up and just shoots at Carly and hits the wall, and Carly's just kind of mad. She goes over and she takes the thing away from him, and then Sam comes downstairs and he ducks behind the counter, and when his head pops up again, that face on Spencer, it makes me crack up. I know it makes Dan, I know it makes you, Dan, I know it makes you crack up, Dan, because you said yourself in several posts that in the fun facts that face was hilarious. So trying to think. But anyways, that was like stupendous, awesome, and so anyways, Freddy arrives, and they all go out and they do the little dare thing, and then we see the ambulance rushing to the hospital, and then we come back, and if you notice, it's raining in Seattle. This whole episode, it's sort of raining, and I guess it's sometimes always raining in Seattle. Seattle gets a lot of rain, but this episode, the mood's kind of low. I mean, Freddy's been hurt, so it's kind of raining. If you haven't noticed in that other episodes. But I noticed it. So, anyways. We get up there, and we see Freddy's mother spraying him with antibacterial spray or something. I don't know, it's kind of funky. And we didn't see that before. That's another cutout scene that we didn't see. So, that's awesome. And we hear Freddy's mother call Sam and Carly freaks. And Freddy's like, Mom, Carly and Sam are not freaks. And she gives him a look, and like, Carly's not a freak. Okay, now before anyone jumps to conclusions, I know at least maybe a few fans did this, but Freddy did not say Sam was a freak. He never said that. He just said that Carly was not a freak. We did not hear him say that Sam was not a freak. Okay? He didn't say it. He never said it. It doesn't mean that he thinks it, okay? He just never said it. Okay, because in my opinion, Miss Benson doesn't like Carly. I mean, she just doesn't, and you can tell her that. You can tell by that when she takes the flowers from her when they come in, and she whispers back over her shoulder, "It should have been you." You can definitely tell she doesn't like Carly, because he got him interested in girls, and that's. I mean, I think that was going to happen. Unfortunately, Miss B. I mean, your son is growing up, so with puberty comes a liking of girls. So, anyways, but I thought that was kind of funny. It always is. And then Freddy ends up hitting. Not Freddy, but Spencer ends up hitting Miss Benson in the chest with one of those things, and I think that would hurt. I mean, those are just like paintballs, and that's bare skin right there. So I guess that didn't hurt, but probably. Well, of course it didn't hurt in real life because it's probably already painted on. But anyways, I'm just saying. So, but then we get. Oh God, I'm spanking out. Then we go to the school scene, and you got Sam and Gibby, and Sam's looking around. She's kind of watching out for Spencer, and Gibby sneaks up behind her. She almost gets ready to shoot him. He's like, ah, I'm just a Gibby. And that is so funny. That's totally Gibby right there. Gibby, Gibby, Gibby. Gibby all the way. Awesome for Gibby. And so he ends up talking, and Gibby points out to a guy to Sam, and Sam shoots him, and it's actually a real rabbi that she just shot. And the teacher just takes the rabbi, and they walk off, and Sam gets detention for it, and Gibby's gonna have to pay now, and she's like, Sam, and Gibby's like, how's my hair, Sam? And he's like, you look good, Gib. And she just takes it, and she just, boom! She just hits him in the head, and he's got a big old purple thing coming down his face. It's so funny. So, and that scene's all funny. And then we go back to Freddy's house, basically, and Carly's coming in, and Miss Benson's there. Miss Benson's going out to get some medicine for him. And so now it's just Carly, and Freddy's in the shower. And while Freddy's showering, Carly's looking around at all his stuff, and she goes over to his closet and finds the poster. Now, that part I didn't really like, and I know, Dan, I don't think you liked it either. I think you thought didn't really like it. But in my opinion, it was kind of, and me and a few other parents of Princeton, it was kind of creepy, and maybe showed a little, I don't know, immaturity in Freddy. I'm not real sure. But I just didn't really like that scene. I just thought it was kind of weird. That's no offense to you, Dan. And then Freddy falls, and Carly puts on the goggles, and it makes it clear that she can't see anything. So she goes in, and she actually ends up falling flat on her face, and that's not, there was no padding there. Miranda Cosgrove took that full front. So good for her, Miranda. Applause to you for that. So, anyways, they go in, and they do it. Or they don't do it, but he gets her out of she gets him out of the shower, and puts him in the bed, and then they talk, and then they kiss, and they kiss. Yes, and the kiss was a little bit shorter. But anyways, after the commercial break, they're actually still kissing. But, we didn't see this last time. She pulls away, and they end up talking, and he takes the stun gun and stuns himself. That, I don't really get that. That's like crazy. She'll let him have, Miss B won't let her son play with scissors, but she'll let him have a stun gun. That's like crazy. So then they kiss again, and then she comes in and screams in her head off, what the yuck? And that was just funny. That was funny right there. I'm almost out of time here, so I gotta hurry. So then we get to the whole slow-mo scene. That was epic right there. That was epic, 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 and I loved it. And also, Carly told Sam about the whole kiss thing, and we saw how Sam reacted a bit. So that was kind of crazy. We saw a bit how she reacted. She was in, and then at school, there was a whole scene where Carly was kind of jealous when she started kissing Freddy after talking to that girl. I didn't like that at all. She seemed really jealous in that whole scene there, and I mean, it's like to Carly, she was like, Freddy's mine. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. I didn't really like that scene. So, anyways, so Sam and Freddy then have a talk, and after Freddy hears words about the whole bacon thing, he starts thinking this isn't right, and so he goes and talks to Carly, and he goes and talks to Carly, and they end up Carly kind of kisses him and all, but he pulls away, because he's got this stuff stuck in his mind that this isn't right, and it's not really feeling right. So he pulls away, and they talk, and they decide just to be friends. And then she gives him one last kiss on the cheek, and he goes in the elevator, and he's like, what did I do? What did I do? He's screaming, and it's echoing outside in the rain, and it's just, that was my favorite scene of all time, because my mom was talking at the end, and I was like, wait, and I'm like, there it is, there's that extra comment we were waiting for, and I loved that scene. That was like so awesome. So, I think that's about all I gotta say. This episode was awesome, Dan. It was definitely worth watching. If you didn't watch it, check it out on YouTube or some other place. You probably find it. I don't know if you can find it on iTunes or not. I'm not real sure, but it was definitely worth watching. So, in the infamous words of Sarcastic Leaves, rock on, City Warriors, rock on. Love this part. Gotta love the blimp. Bye, everybody, and thanks.